What if I told you, in Chinese mythology, monsters don't just appear out of nowhere. They are born, they grow, they train harder than gym bros, and sometimes they even start life as a fox, a broom, or a very angry dead person. Welcome to the bizarre world of Yaoguai, the Chinese demons and spirits you were never meant to underestimate. In China's myths, even animals have career goals. A fox doesn't just dig holes and chase chickens. It studies, it meditates, it practices breathing exercises like a furry yoga master. And after 100 years, boom, the fox sprouts wisdom, magic powers, and sometimes even legs to walk like a human. The most famous? The fox spirit. Sometimes it shows up as a beautiful woman who steals your heart, and sometimes your soul. But let's be fair, if you spent centuries doing hardcore spiritual training just to impress humans, you'd probably want attention too. And foxes aren't alone. Snakes, tigers, and even turtles are said to become spirits after living long enough. In other words, in China, if your pet goldfish lives 1,000 years, you better start being polite to it. In the West, you've got haunted dolls and cursed mirrors. In China, anything that hangs around too long might just wake up with a personality. An umbrella used for 100 years, now it walks by itself. A mirror polished by countless faces, it may start talking back. Even a cooking pot that's boiled soup for generations can suddenly decide, enough is enough, I'm a demon now. This is called objects gaining a spirit. It's like Toy Story, except instead of singing songs, the toys want revenge. Another path to becoming a Yaoguai? Dying in the most dramatic way possible. If someone dies with too much anger, resentment, or unfinished business, they don't just rest in peace. They hang around, gathering all that bad energy, until they transform into something truly terrifying. That's how you get stories of vengeful maidens who become ghostly seductresses, or soldiers who die in battle and return as unstoppable spirit warriors. In other words, in Chinese mythology, if you live peacefully, you get an afterlife. If you live dramatically, congratulations, you get a horror movie role. And here's the twist. Not every monster started out as a monster. Some used to be divine. Take Zhu Bajie, the pig demon from Journey to the West. He was once a heavenly general, but then he made the mistake of flirting with the wrong goddess, and boom, he got kicked out of heaven and turned into a pig monster. It's basically the divine version of getting fired for workplace misconduct. So yes, sometimes Yaoguai are fallen gods, punished for bad behavior. Think of them as ex-angels with attitude problems. The truth of Yaoguai. So how are Chinese monsters born? Animals train until they evolve into magical beings. Objects soak up time and turn into spirits. Angry ghosts level up from pure drama. And even gods can get demoted into monsters if they don't behave. It's a whole ecosystem where everything, foxes, pots, ghosts, and even immortals, is just one bad decision away from becoming a Yaoguai. So next time you hear about a Chinese demon, don't just think evil creature. Think ambitious fox, overworked umbrella, or ex-god with anger issues. If you enjoyed this dive into the weird and wonderful truth of Yaoguai, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more myths, monsters, and legendary stories from around the world. Because trust me, you don't want to miss the next one.